Did you like to practice when you were a kid?
I did not like to practice when I was a kid. It actually wasn't until I was 21 years old that I really started to enjoy practicing. But that's not to say that you can't like it when you're 5 or 10 or 100 or whatever. I think that you have to trick yourself into like practicing, or better yet, just find the enjoyment in practicing. Which is, I know, crazy, right? You look at me like, he's looking at me like this. Yeah, that's not possible. But it really is. And when I was 21, I finally started to realize that there's a lot of fun in practicing. You just kind of have to find it. It might be the pieces that you're playing. Maybe they're not the right pieces for you. Maybe it's the way that you're looking at the pieces. Maybe it's that you're not practicing it slowly enough and then building it up so you can play it, which is a big thing. A lot of times when you're just starting to practice, you're young, you just want to play it right tempo, you know, it's like, but if you do that, like, it doesn't sound very good. So you slow it down and you try to figure out how to piece it all together.
When I was a kid, you know, the hardest thing for me was to start practicing. Once I start practicing, well, I wouldn't practice, I would play through everything that I knew. And that I'd already learned, because that was more fun than having to learn new pieces. But what I found is by like the 3rd or 4th time that I'd pick up the violin and play something that I really enjoyed playing, I didn't enjoy it as much anymore. And I needed something harder and more challenging, so then I would learn something that was harder and more challenging than my teacher would give me. Then I'd play that for a week or so. And I'd play it every day, but I always found a way to enjoy playing. The hardest thing for me all those years was just picking the instrument up and just making sure, my parents helped me with that, to just get the violin out of the case. That's a big first step on your own. And parents, if you're listening, it's a good thing to help, just to help open the case and put the fiddle up or the cello up, or whatever instrument it is. It's a conversation starter for a kid.
I remember when I was really young, I never liked practicing, but I always loved playing. Working was always really difficult, but that's natural. And I remember in junior high and high school, I just wanted to hang out with my friends and, you know, I wanted to be on the basketball team. And it was a real fight with my parents. I'm really grateful that my parents put up with me. Because, and also because I had really good teachers. Because it's hard for kids, right? It's hard for us to know that we love this and it's hard to work. But I gotta tell you, all 3 of us will tell you that if you put in the hours now, and it isn't about only being a professional musician, it's you will have a better life if you put in the work now. Trust us, it's really true. I was a little kid when I was, how old are you? You're 9 years old. When I was 9, I was probably doing about an hour a day, maybe even more. And when I was 15, is that a 15 to 18 crowd? I was doing 4 to 5 hours a day. It's a lot of hours. What about you guys?
Zach just asked me if I was practicing an hour a day when I was 9. I was like, no. I was practicing playing with G.I. Joe guys when I was 9. I didn't start practicing, like I was saying before, I didn't start practicing until I was 15, seriously. And that's when I went from 2 hours a day and I just started to gradually grow. But in addition to practicing, time-wise, it's so important to have a plan, so you are practicing smart. Repetition is good, but you have to make sure it's repetition in a way that is healthy. So if something sounds bad and you're practicing it over and over and it just continues to sound bad, you need to evaluate exactly what it is that you're doing. So it's good to find the things that you can do well and then use that to help the weaknesses. It's really, really important.
9 years old. I was playing the violin an hour a day, but I was probably doing what Renan just told you not to do, which was playing stuff and it sounded bad, and playing it over and over. So that's the only thing I would change, but I enjoyed playing the violin. Practicing, Practicing was tough. I didn't start actually practicing and enjoying practice until I was about 15 years old. And it did have to do with having goals and wanting to get better, and realizing that this was something that I could do in college and possibly in my life.